I'm surprised people don't know about it. Probably because everybody's in right now is watching Amber Heard. Like that's what everybody's watching. That's what everybody's that's on everybody's lips. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you mean the comedy show?
Yes, the
Because
comedy show.
her complete stance is comical. Like
Yeah,
when a lawyer can object another lawyer into submission, that tells you your legal team is stupid.
That
Yes.
or you have no ground to stand on.
Like I literally seen Depp's lawyer object Amber Heard's lawyer into submission to the point where she's like, I have no more questions because everything she threw out, objection, hearsay, objection, not relevant, objection, and she says, yeah, you can't ask a question because everything's fucked up.
yeah, and then when they were doing, because I watched a little bit of it too. When they were doing it, trying to do it to the Johnny Depp's team, the judge was like, overruled. Like I like no, your objections are all invalid. And Johnny Depp's like, thank you, judge, thank you, judge. Like people will always be thinking that the judge was paid off because how often that they were trying to hearsay at something that was actually factual in what the question that was being asked.
Like, okay. One of the funniest things I heard was when they were talking to one of the people that worked for Johnny. Mm-hmm. They were talking about him showing up at the estate that they were staying at. And Johnny asked him, was Johnny trying to pee in the foyer? No. Okay. Did Johnny have his, adult parts visible? No. The guy's like, I'm pretty sure I would remember seeing Johnny Depp's penis.
Yes.
I might not remember a whole lot, but this is Johnny Depp we're talking about. I would remember the day I seen that. Man, woman, or child, It's like, I'm telling you, that's not what happened. But I'm just sitting there. Johnny's trying not to crack up because Johnny's like, did they just really ask this man if he's seen my penis in my foyer? Like, are you serious? We gonna go this route? Like, I mean, and listen, if I got $30,000 Egyptian sheets and my wife gets pissed off to take a on my side of the bed, first off, we throwing down because that's $30,000 you just stained all to hell. And second off, I don't think there is anything that I can be so mad at that I'm going to go literally defecate on my wife's side of the bed. I mean, I would think you would divorce somebody before you lowered yourself to the point to being a damn palm tree and shitting on a bed. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, she looked kind of like a palm tree, but I mean, looks don't mean you have to act the part. I mean, I know she's trying to channel her inner Johnny and be a method actor, but that shit ain't working for her.
No.
She's failing horribly. I mean, I stepped on a bee. What the hell?
I want to say that this is. I don't think anybody deserves all this stuff, right? To have all their life being showcased and used as entertainment for everybody's amusements and fun. That's their life. That's a personal life. But you give people a bad image, and then when people come up and say, "Yeah, this really did happen to me," people are gonna look back and go, "Now, did it?"
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, first off, there was a prenuptial agreement.
No, there was supposed to be.
We're supposed to be. Okay? Mm-hmm. That being said, she still got paid. To which she, how did she state it?
Pledged.
She pledged the entire amount to a charity. Pledge does not give.
Yeah.
Not a single damn dollar that has went to that charity yet.
I promise to give it someday.
Wait, here's what gets better. Lawyer says, You still have not given any of that money to the charity, correct? No, that's incorrect. I pledged. No. Pledged, that's not the question. I said give. No, I use pledge and give synonymously. Pledge and donate donations synonymously. And I'm like, wait. So that's like me saying, I pledge that I'm going to give Grumpy $10,000, right? But you never get shit. But wait, I did it because I pledged it, right? No. Yeah. When I hand it to you, when I donate it to you, when you physically have it in your hands, that is when it has been done.
It's like somebody saying, let me pledge this Mega Man Blaster G Fuel to you, Grumpy. Okay, that's really nice. When am I going to get it?
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, at what point in life did a promise become the hard truth? You know?
Yes.
Because that's not how the world works. I promise to do a lot of things on a daily basis, and I usually try to do them, but I'm going to tell you, I have failed. There's been promises that were not kept. Now, not all of them were my fault. Things come up, things happen, and I get that. But still,
especially at this many years.
But still, a pledge is not a donation.
Yeah, and this all happened this happened around 2016, and it's 2022 now.
Also,
I don't know how long that's gonna be, but I'm pretty sure that's long enough.
Also, just make sure that you conceal the abuse with makeup that hasn't come out yet.
And also use the same picture to same exact picture, hair, and everything to saturate the image and make you look like you're a little red on the cheek. Give me a couple of seconds here. All right, now do it.
Well, I mean, and here's something that the lawyers brought out that I don't think anybody really ever thought about until they brought it out. But let's look at it like this. Have you ever seen Johnny Depp without rings?
No. Oh, that part too. That part.
He's always
never wear rings.
He's always wearing these giant rings. If he was physically abusing this woman with them rings on, there is no amount of makeup on the face of the planet that's going to cover all of that up.
I'm usually always wearing this ring. You best believe if I socked my wife in the face, there'll be an impression on her. Just like this. And the whole hand?
And then what follows up behind that is you going to sleep.
Knuckles.
But that's besides the point.
Brass knuckles. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that man's toting brass knuckles on both hands. And a garrote around his neck at all times. And you're telling me you're getting physically abused. You might be getting emotionally abused. This man might be hollering shit at you that you don't like. Just hurting your feelings. Breaking you down emotionally. But physical, I doubt that very seriously.
And, I've been actually following this court case before the British one even went off. And I'm thinking, people are hearing about all this stuff now. I'm like, do you imagine hearing all this stuff back when it was going into court in Britain, and they dismissed it. I'm like, how do you dismiss all these factual things that are now some of the stories have changed? How?
Well, I mean, here's a big thing that's funny as shit. Okay? I mean, think about this. This is Johnny, so if he's going to I'm streaming. Go. So, here's the thing. This is Johnny. If he's going to hit her and not leave marks, he's got to take all that off, right?
Yeah,
you mean to tell me in the 30 minutes it takes him to remove all that jewelry, you couldn't go outside, get in your car, and leave?
Especially when he's drunk, out of his mind, it's supposedly, and a whole monster. Yeah, taking up a ring is really easy. Yeah, just give me a second.
I got 5,000 rings that I got to take off.
I gotta hold myself up and chase you down and take these off.
I could go to the store and buy a case while he's taking his shit off to whoop my ass.
And you can shit on the bed by the time I get back.
Well, yeah, I mean, and let's be honest. No sober person goes and shits on somebody's bed. So if she's sitting there saying she wasn't part of the party, she's a damn lie.
Yeah,
because I mean,
let's bring us back a little bit here. It's just like just like with the Twitter thing, you don't really know how much of it's true. It's just like the moment where she confessed on the phone call about hitting Johnny, confessed about it, and then her shitting on the bed. All other things she might be saying might be true, but immediately instills in our mind how much is that true.
Well, here's
you said those other things weren't true, then you confessed about it, and now everything else you say is
I'm gonna mess with you even harder. I want you to think about this. Has the laws of physics changed?
No,
they have not changed. Okay, I wanted to confirm that before I made this statement. So, in her statement, she says Johnny slapped her, and then she turned to him and said, "Johnny, you hit me." Grumpy, if I slap your ass, are you already facing me? How the hell do you turn to face me when I just slapped you? You had to be facing me to slap you to begin with.
Yes.
So
unless you smacked him so hard, you made him spin around.
I'm like, are you serious? Like, he slapped me, and then I turned to him and said, "Johnny, he hit me." So what did he do? Slap you in the back of the head? I mean, you could have stated that. He had him an NCIS Gibbs moment. Smack. Turn around, woman.
He smacked me in my face from behind me, so you did a reach around.
And look, Johnny's got a lot of positive qualities, but long arms isn't one of them.
Yeah, and
not to mention, if you watch some of his shows, he's a little bit limp in them limbs. And if he'd been drinking, hell, if he tried to do a reach around, he'd probably reach around and slap himself.
And he already naturally has a bit of a slur. He's a little bit of a slow talker. He's already naturally a bit of a, like, you can't really, from my view, totally tell when the guy's sober or not. I can't.
Here's my thing. This is what it all boils down to for me. He paid the woman and was willing to leave the shit alone. Okay?
Yes. Even
though, not everything was as people thought it was. Yes. He did not come to this. This shit did not happen because he wanted it to. It was when her actions started losing him his way of making a living that then he brought. To me, that's a man that goes, all right, you know what? I don't want no more drama. I don't want no more heartache. I don't want no more bullshit. Here's your money. You go do your thing. I'm good. And then wait.
On the double dip.
Now you're gonna take my livelihood whole. At that point, I got to draw the line. We got to have a conversation.
It's more like triple dip. Okay, so she got his money.
The whole thing is the fact that she's making the actual domestic violence people look unbelievable.
Right. She's making people that's legitimately getting their ass whooped. She's making men and women, because men get abused too. Don't think they don't. But she's making men and women that are actually suffering, getting their ass beat on a daily basis sometimes, look uncredible because of her actions.
Yes. And then some women will go,
she could have gotten away with it had she just never written that article.
Yes.
That one article. Just one. She was
then not share the pictures and all that other stuff. But she, at the same time, like, women could see this, or if this never would have came about, they could have seen this as a, like, hey, I could easily say that this man did this to me and take him for all he got, and no one will be the wiser. It's like, even though it never was true, he didn't do nothing to her, she could say he did it, and then that's all it would take. That's all it would take if she would, like, if she were to win this. If she were to win, that's what people would take from it. They would go, all I gotta do is say he did that, and I would win that much money, or win his life, or destroy him if I don't like him, because...
You have that, and then if you flip it, it's still not good if Johnny wins, because now everybody's going, oh, well, most of these women must be bullshitting. Here's the proof.
Lose.
Look what happened. It's a lose-lose for everybody at this point. And all because somebody had to do what they had to do.
And we're televising it as an entertainment.
Yes.
And of course, do you think, non-professional, do you think he has a chance of winning?
Though, and what really
do I think? I think he has a chance. I do. And it's not because he's some innocent party or anything like that. I don't know for sure what happened.
With a lot of stuff,
I don't know. I don't know what he did or
just
did not
bad.
do. I don't think he physically hit her. I think he might have emotionally give her hell,
Yeah.
but I don't think he physically hit her. But I think in what he has, the biggest thing in his corner is he has a damn good legal team, and they are shutting her shit down right and left.
I have
They're
several
smart.
things. I have several things.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, most people, when they get accused of something, there is a lot, notice what I'm saying here, a lot of backlash from that, because then everybody starts coming out the woodworks. Trump, for example. As soon as the one person came with the sexual assault, how many fucking lawsuits came out?
Let's jump on the bandwagon.
Johnny
Yeah.
gets accused of this shit, and yet every single woman, instead of going, oh yeah, he definitely did this to me, like his wife, his ex-girlfriends, they're like, that's
That's
wait a minute,
bullshit.
That's not the person I know.
I mean, when you have ex-wives that are saying he was belligerent sometimes with me, but he never physically put his hands on me.
She said he was never belligerent.
Yeah,
He was sweet as can be.
he had an ex-wife that literally said that she wakes up and cries daily because they are not together anymore.
No, she didn't say that. She
She did say that shit. She does. She said that shit right there on screen. I seen that part because somebody sent it to me at work, where she literally says, "I wake up and I cry because we're not together anymore." That is how sweet and kind the man was to me. And I'm going, wait, hold up. So we go from being sweet and kind, or maybe occasionally belligerent to some of them, to just dog beat the shit out of. We're going
Monster.
how the hell does that
Assault
work?
with a bottle.
Look.
A sexually
Listen.
assault with a bottle.
This is
that part.
This is Johnny Depp we're talking about. So chances
That's
of
some
him,
new information.
chances of him getting physically violent is rare, not because of his disposition, it's because his state of mind most of the time. This man is in a higher plane of happiness 90% of the time. Hell,
True.
he don't have the desire to want to hit shit. All he has is, well, hi, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he's antisocial as it is apparently when he's not drunk or high. Like he doesn't like being around people. When he's around people,
it's just it's very hard to understand. I mean, you go back and look at some of the television series that he was a part of, and talk to some of his co-actors. Talk to some of the movies he was part of. That he married some of the women that he acted with, and they'll tell you that's not who we know.
didn't Amber's ex girlfriend admitted to Amber being like crazy?
At one point, yes.
So like, why didn't they like pull from her exes? Just like, or if you can't get Elon, but Elon is.
They're just now getting into that, and this is why. Because before this started, there was an agreement that they weren't supposed to talk about past relationships, no scandals, none of that between the two legal teams. However, Johnny's team, being as smart as they were, when Amber got on the stand, let her talk and kept her talking until she broke the agreement and brought up something from the past that was scandalous. By breaking that agreement, now Johnny's team is free and clear to go all out. And that's why some of the things that have just suddenly started popping up have popped up. Because now the gates are open, woman. And guess what? We can swim.
I again, that's why I titled this one. This should be coming true. It's just too much of it nowadays. Too many scandals. Too many things. Hell, just today I heard. I forget what that one group, the Truth or Informational Truth group that our president made was closed. Department was closed because that was just preposterous. too many people nowadays are giving way to information without truth or without any research, without looking up anything, actually trying to look up things yourself in life, and we just go online and think everything we see is the truth.
But it's
and
not.
There's no questions to be ever asked. Don't ask no questions, or you're a hypocrite, or some other negative thing in life. Don't ask no questions.
Right. Yeah,
Ask questions about everything.
You should question anything and everything. Now, that doesn't mean that you should negatively view anything, everything. It just means you should make sure you have all the information before you make a decision, before you jump the gun. Humans, we have a bad habit. I mean, I'm guilty of it quite frequently, of assuming shit. We assume either what we read, what we've seen, what we've done, or what we've heard people have done is the truth. That is what happened. There is no other, but that's not always the case. So I feel like that we're doing it to ourselves.
True.
All right, you have something?
Question everything.
Go ahead.
I always question everything. You know
Well,
me.
I mean, you question why I brush my hair back some days instead of letting it fall forward. That's the point. Go ahead.
I question all.
What you said, you had a couple of comments.
Yeah, it has to do with the Johnny Depp case.
Okay.
There's a part, I don't know where it's at, where she literally looks at the jury and tells them, he's guilty of this. He won't even look at me. I am here standing proud, bringing all this to light, and
I know where she's going.
Won't look at me because he knows he's guilty. But there was an audio clip. I don't know if it was played before or after.
It was.
Where
It was.
literally states he tells her in the audio clip she will never see his eyes again. Ever.
Yes.
And she's begging to see his eyes. And he's like, you will never see these eyes again.
And that to me is brutal. Like I would hate if I could never see my wife's eyes.
The lawyer came towards her and told her, you're here to play the noble victim, yada yada. To that extent, you're here to demonstrate that you were a victim, that you were a domestic. And she literally states, I am not here as a victim.
She says that she is not there as a victim. Think about what she just said.
I am not here as a victim. I'm here as someone who's overcome the challenges and adversities of life. Sure you have.
Yes.
That's why you're here in court.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why.
I don't know, man. It's just,
I'm a
all
warrior.
dumb to me. Like,
and I'm not saying Depp is innocent because there's a lot of shit. Granted, I knew someone that had dark humor like you.
Dark humor. Imagine that.
And Bane had dark humor too. Okay. I'm not going to say that they don't have dark humor. And more than likely, I would like to say, notice what I said, I would like to say that might be it. But because I don't know the relationship, I cannot just go, yeah, that was probably just dark humor.
Listen, man, this is the funniest. Here's the funny thing. So she literally tells Johnny at one point that why would Dwyer want you? You're a old, fat actor. Hello, has anybody looked at Johnny Depp? This is fucking Johnny.
Not close.
This is Johnny Depp we're talking about. Go look up the fucking trailers for this cologne. This man doesn't look. Hey, I'm a guy. I love my wife. I like women. But I'm telling you now, this man does not look bad at all. Like, damn. To be 50 years old, shit. I wish I looked like that now.
Wait. Just remember, he did not want her acting at all. Not going to any auditions, none of that shit.
Yeah. And it's
And
like,
he turns around and goes like, how do you think she got Aquaman?
yeah. One of the things that I found hilarious as shit was, and this will be my last comment on it, but she makes the comment that she goes out for one of her jobs, And one of the co-stars invites her out to a concert with some of the other people from the show.
Mhm.
As a breaking the ice, we're going to be working with each other for a few months. Let's everybody, get to know each other. And she says, he tells me that I'm dumb because there's no way a guy would want to take Amber Heard to a concert just to break the ice. And she's offended. Wait, so are you telling me you're offended because you didn't get with the guy, or because he brought up a point that pretty much anybody else in his position would have brought up? I mean, I don't think she's that beautiful, but there's a lot of people that do.
Yes.
I can't think of a single person that thinks she's beautiful that would take her to a concert to break the ice. Okay? All this man was trying to tell her was, look, you need to be careful. And she took it as, oh, you don't want me to be a part of anything else. No, you're hot. Be careful.
Yes.
Because he's going to try to bang your ass.
Yeah.
Or changing the locks and then thinking that she could bring James Franco up into the penthouse without anybody noticing it. And his
Yeah,
elevator
I don't remember anybody, but just so happened that very day I was changing locks and Johnny's gonna be gone, that I invited someone else to come over, and then on the elevator we were just snuggling really close. We don't mean nothing about this. I'm not wearing nothing underneath this blanket. I'm just. Why am I walking around with a blanket around my body? Well, why would I do that? I was covering up. What were you going to do when you got back in that hotel? People walk around that blanket? I doubt it.
That blanket.
Drop it, nothing.
Yeah.
You were ready. Who walks around with a blanket around their body?
It's just, I don't know, man.
10 o'clock at night? And then cut up with somebody that's a famous movie star into your elevator, take it to your place that's not even your place that Johnny owns, and change the locks. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so that's that. That's our thoughts on the Amber Heard. But here's something a little bit more personal to you, and this would be, I guess, a bit of a roundabout way of ending this scene. Let's just say, for all arguments,
okay,
do you have a license to carry?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let's say you go somewhere. Let's say a grocery store.
Okay.
Okay, go to a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You got your gun on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in a state where carrying guns is allowed, and you have a license to do so.
Yep.
Someone comes up in there, starts shooting up the place. Would you not put a cap on their ass too?
Drop his ass like a bad habit.
And let's say guns are not allowed in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a grocery store. You don't get your gun on you. And you think that's going to stop someone else from coming in there with a gun and shooting up the place?
Nope.
How are you going to stop them?
You better be damn good at taking it away from them.
Yeah, damn good. How long does it take the cops to get there?
Average response times between 5 and 7 minutes to any major local business.
Okay. So, 5-6 minutes.
Which means an average of 25 to 35% of the people could be shot down in that period of time.
Yes. And how quickly, let's say you're an average gun user, can you switch a cartridge in your gun?
Me personally?
Personally, yeah, personal stats.
Okay. Because of what I've been trained to do over my life, I can probably change mine in maybe 2 seconds flat.
So, does it really matter how big your cartridge of your gun is, or how many bullets you can change when you can change it that fast?
Not if one, you're accurate, and two, you have plenty of ammo. Because at that point, it's fish in a barrel.
So it's just okay. Well, you're out if you're not very good at it. But if you're a trained person, chick.
If you're a trained person, you're not reaching back for a mag anyway. You already got one in your offhand.
Yeah, you're putting it in a hand already, right? You're cupping it or whatever the saying is. But you already have someone ready, so you know what you're doing. And I'm sure you've heard of the Buffalo shooting,
Yes.
Prairie Bees. But did you know there was 4 other incidents in that very week
No, I did
of
not.
shootings
I did not.
that the news had not brought up at all?
I did not know that.
And some of them were or possibly racially charged, but the news has not brought it up at all.
No, I didn't know that.
Just saying, question the world, question society, question what you hear online.
Oh,
There's
and here's a piece of information. If you happen to be a Georgia viewer and you're watching this from Georgia, if you have a weapons carry permit, yes, I know it has been legalized to tote weapons in Georgia without the carry permit. Do not let it expire, because if you carry your ass out of Georgia, you still need it to be legal. Do not forget that. Because if you're dumb and you're like, oh, it's legal and I don't need it anymore, and it expires, and you go your ass to Alabama or Florida or anywhere else, and you don't have it and you're caught with it, guess who goes to jail?
yes,
You do.
and just because it might be outlawed or whatever, let's say a modification to your gun might be outlawed in your state or your whatever you are, does not mean criminals won't modify their weaponry.
Yes.
They're criminals. They don't care about the law. They're going to do what they want to do to get their things done. So, if you are in a state, don't legalize guns. Are bulletproof vests legal in most states?
I would think so. And just about anybody can buy a Kevlar now.
I better say, just buy one of those if you don't have one in your state, because criminals don't care. And you better hope they're not good at aiming at your head. I don't own a gun, but I want to. But I'm also afraid because I have had emotions in the past, and suicide has been a thought in my younger years, and I don't want that to ever creep back up. I'm not saying military, but I'm always worried about myself too.
You need a two-factor auth for your gun box. Is what that'll fix it. Because even then, it don't matter how emotional you get. If your wife don't put her finger on it too, you ain't getting it.
Yeah. So,
and I'd like to see you try to drag your wife to the gun box with the intention of shooting yourself. Because at that point, you don't need the gun no more. You have just done it without even pulling the trigger.
So needs to say, I want to get one though. I do. I want to get one because I'm afraid of going out in the town, and that's where society is getting more and more. It's get to the point where people are afraid to just go outside to a grocery store, or to a church, or to a mall.
Between me and you, if you decide to go get one, get your permit first.
Well, I'll get a permit and go get a practice range and learn how to shoot.
Well, the reason I'm saying get your permit first is because of 2 reasons. One, you need the permit to be able to tote it. 2, the permit means you walk out of there that day with it, not 3 days later.
Okay. That's good to know.
Because the way that works is they've already run a federal background check on you when you got that permit. So all they do is use your permit number to authorize it.
All right, that's interesting. I don't know if Alabama's the same, but I hope it would be. I imagine it would be. But it's just one of those things. If you live in one of those, I don't want to go into statistics and stuff like that, but let's just say if you were in a state, and if you live in Georgia and you live somewhere near Corvo, and someone decided to do it, don't worry. You won't need a police. Corvo will be there and taking care of the issue and not waiting for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the guy in Buffalo admitted if he would have done it in a state where guns were legal, he wouldn't have done it in the first place.
No,
and I understand it.
He'd have got shot down. I mean,
you would have got killed on the spot.
That'd be like somebody trying to overtake the place I work at. That would be a really stupid idea.
They might get a couple people, but that's it.
I mean, by the time you've dropped the second round, there's probably 30 weapons aimed at you. At that point, you ain't done shit but either wound or kill 2 people and got yourself killed. Because I'm telling you now, I don't want to take anybody's life. I really don't. It's not something I relish. But if you point a weapon in my direction, you damn well better pull the trigger, because I'm not
Yes.
going to think twice about doing it. And the second thing is if you pull the trigger, you better damn well kill me, because I promise when I pull it, you ain't getting up.
Yes, true and real. And I just people. I'm not a political person, nor is this podcast supposed to be a newscasting. But the information is out there. If you don't believe me, you don't trust a word I'm saying, do me a favor then. Trust these words. Do your research. Look up online. Look up the other shootings. There are more shootings that you know of. And the news is not talking about it at all. If you don't believe in the Elon thing, go look it up. It's already online. It's not bullshit. And of course, you're not watching the Amber Heard thing. I don't know what to tell you. It's all over YouTube. It's literally all over YouTube. You you don't think I believe anything I just say. There's plenty of that out everywhere. But again, look it up. You'll find it. But it's please love each other. Tell somebody you love them today. Take care of each other.